feel like the little beat it give you a little dramatics when you come in. You gotta do your little look. You know,
A little shake that over.
you know, Zuri is afraid of this thing, child. When I be doing this, she be running from it, child. It is so funny. It is funny.
Okay, Tank
What's
Junior.
going on, people? What's going on out there in the Facebook and YouTube land? We are sorry, y'all, for being tardy to the party, but you know, we run on CP time because we are colored people. But let's go ahead and we're gonna share the live. We're gonna put it out there in all the pages and whatnots and whatnots and whatnots. If you're tuning in, make sure you share the live. Make sure you love the live, and make sure you say hey, because we like to know people here. Because you know, right? And that's that on that. So what's going on, everybody? I am Bernice McFarlane, also known as The Fierce.
And I'm Marnita the Queen.
I am your boy, Donna's darling. The
Okay.
same fine dude, never the line. Okay. Yeah, they to be in the fishery.
Okay. And do not ye be not be weary. Okay. Joel will be joining us shortly. So all y'all who like to go to the indoor super soccer water park with the Jacuzzi World feature, stick around.
First choice.
I had to use that on my TikTok not that long ago.
For all of y'all who like that, stick around. My girl will be in town. Okay. You jump up to get down.
Oh,
you like that one, huh? You like that one. A little jump you down tease, huh? That was right up your alley. that's your number right there, huh? Jump up
This
is. Okay. I ain't mad at it.
I'm about to grab my fingers. I'm sure me and Buddy was going back and forth, but it's the wrong one. This is the one I got. But I got the other.
Why Zuri is afraid of these things? So when you pop them, she runs like to her cage. I had a jerk, a guy that was a jerk, come to my house, and he scared her with one of them. And so she's been afraid of them ever since. That's why you can't trust the men folk right there.
That's it.
That's why you can't trust the men folk. Hey, everybody out there watching, come on in the room. Let us know that you're here. Drop a hey, drop a heart, say hello. Let us know where you're coming from, and you are just in time for the icebreaker. So it is not an it's not an icebreaker because I think we're moving away from the icebreaker thing. So the focus or the pop-out question of the night is, okay, the Super Sucker World feature with the jacuzzi.
It's
who's talking about the indoor heated Super Soaker Jacuzzi Water Park?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm just in time. Okay. Yeah. So, you know, I think we're moving away from the little icebreaker question. It's more of like a hot, you know, a little kick it out question. So, would you be okay with your partner being nude or showing semi-nudes on social media? And that means like somebody who's often take like pictures in their underwear and stuff like that in social media, like thirst trapping and stuff like that. Somebody always lifting up their shirts and trying to show off their body and stuff. Would you be comfortable with a partner that was sexually liberated on social media? That's how we'll phrase that.
Yes, because I feel like they would say the same thing about me. So I can't. Because I'm not gonna be Sister Mary Clarence. So let me tell you,
Sister Mary Clarence.
I'm gonna be Dolores Van Cartier.
I love him.
Y'all are so freaking.
And I'm cutting up, and I ain't even had no drink because I got to be sober because I've been in these meetings back to back.
I just knew that there was a little liquor in your cup, Joel.
It is water. This is the first in Living Colors where I'm not drinking. It's water. Who knows what's gonna happen?
I got power. This is legit. This ain't power. This is not. Yeah.
Okay, you was about to lie to people. I got power because you know they're gonna reach you in the comments for lying and telling the people on live.
That's what it is.
Okay, they're gonna reach you for telling the people on Elon Musk internet that you got power age, y'all. That ain't got that power age. So, but no, what about the rest of y'all? Because I know when I said that, you know, you know, I want to know.
Yeah, because Icebreaker was the whole movie. No,
we're not doing that Icebreaker.
Well, I don't.
So I think so instead of doing icebreakers, I think we kind of moved away from that to like more of a hot topic or like a kickoff question. And this,
I like that.
This is that.
But just so the people know, the scariest movie is Boosie Lifetime Story. That shit is scary.
That's why you okay. I was like,
you watched it?
This to play with your ear.
I'm too scared to watch it. Boosie is scary looking.
I am not. That little white shit in his mouth is scary enough.
Ooh.
He looks 70. How old is he?
He actually 75.
On the good day.
I know Cicely. I know he couldn't pull Cicely back in the day.
The fact that he's in our age group is really scary.
Very.
Who age group?
Us.
Girl, I must not be in the same age bracket with y'all.
He's in his 30s.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in my early 30s. Y'all must be y'all late 30s.
Yeah.
Don't blame me, right?
I'm
in my early 30s.
Y'all must be 40s.
Hey, okay, now 30s talk.
Yeah, we can't have a repeat of last time. Don't get off task. Don't get off task. Don't you?
Well, how would I feel about? You know what? I've been there before. It will make shake or break me. Like if I met you doing it, then you know, I am definitely of the mindset and keep that out there, baby. I'm gonna be exactly how I am when you meet me. I'm not gonna change. I'm not gonna cater. Like I'm not gonna modify myself to be with you. So then later down the line, end up being a whole different person. What you see is what you get, and I'm only dealing with people like that.
So if you was a thirst trapper and I already and you got in a relationship, you just gonna stay a thirst trapper because fuck it, you ain't changing.
Yes, but I don't know if y'all don't notice. I don't post it, but I don't know if y'all don't notice, but I stopped posting them pictures when, and this is a long backstory, but my son is, he'll be 17 at the end of this year. And then some of the situation. I spoke him up. There was him calling me. Some kind of way, make a long story short, my son had showed somebody a picture of me, and it was the old thirst trap, and he had went down my Instagram timeline to say, hey, you know my daddy? So I was like, you know, after that, yeah, it's different. So I don't really post them no more. I'm not saying that I probably wouldn't in the future, but that's why I've been on suspension from that for a couple of years.
Come on, this sound like instant suspension.
Well, I will say that I've been more inclined to not post as sexual stuff, but it has more so to do with work. It's not for the niggas negging. I don't care. Because the pussy will still pop so very severely. It doesn't matter.
That's my shit.
And the pussy is still on fire. It's still. Not the instant fire, the pussy that's ablaze. But
and the pussy can still come piles, bitch. So don't ever forget.
Still.
So
like Campbell, still.
Here.
I hate to be the old Betty, but as usual, I just think that's just too much, child. I think it's a time where, you know, there's a level of maturity that has to just come into place. And like, what are you really getting out of like posting all of this on social media? Is it the validation that you need? Like, what are you hoping to get from it?
Is that?
For me, if a person if that's your job and you like are a sex worker or you do that type of stuff for money, then that's you. But like if you're not getting monetary gain from it, it's like, what is the purpose?
Well, I know for me, I think it's the consistency. I think it's like you see Joelle with her stomach out today, you've seen Joelle out, her stomach been out for 10, 20 years. So I feel like it's a level of consistency, and I think it just depends, honestly. I think that. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was. I think that's totally different when you like on here and like you like a certain brand of clothing or you dress in this certain style and like this is your style and you're known for that. I think that's totally different versus
with cis men. That is basically equating to being naked. So, if I'm showing stomach, I'm naked. If I'm showing legs,
oh, okay. See, I didn't know this.
It's pretty much the same.
I mean, I wasn't talking about like that because y'all know I will, even as a big girl, show this ass. You're gonna see it. So like, I don't think it's like that with my clothes. Now, if you know your clothing choices, whatever. But if you're like in the nude, like booty out, vagina out, titties, penis out, like that may be a deal breaker for me.
Oh, you know you about to get in the shower, so you like taking these pictures of like soap in front of your privates or stuff like that. Or every couple of days you have to go and post a photo on social media in like a thong or like a G-string or like a jock strap or something like that. I think that just becomes a level of too much. And I agree with you, Margina. I want to differentiate the difference of like and I'm not saying this for somebody who's engaging in sex work. This is your job. This is what you do. This is how you make your coin. I'm all for that. But as old people say, why would somebody buy a cow if you're giving away the milk for free?
So I'll say this. I will say that I have a level of discretion. And I think that when I'm dating somebody, I don't want everybody to know everything about them. So there is, now when it comes to that, I have a high level of discretion because I'm very, very private. You're going to see this ass, but there's some privacy with it. So,
it's a privacy shade to the ass.
It is.
I'm here for it. Okay. Yeah, I follow some guys on my Instagram, particularly, and they're more of like heavy set bigger guys, and a lot of them they do a lot of things where they pose in like their underwear or they pose like kind of revealing. Or they'll pose from the side naked and stuff like that. And it's like, are you doing this for the attention? Is it about you being comfortable in your body? And, what is the validation in that? Or what is the purpose of point in that? Is it a purpose of point? Does it have to be a purpose of point? I don't know. Thinking out loud, child.
I think one thing that happens is that what I tend to see a lot in the queer community is people that start their queer journey later in life, or people maybe they are getting a little more attention than they did in the past. I don't want to say they don't know how to handle the attention, but when you start getting attention and you've never gotten attention, you start, going out more and wearing less. So, I think that that's definitely something that happens as well.
Anybody else?
Yeah, like I don't care, but I do know this. It would depend on the magnitude of what they're already doing. Again, if I met you doing that, I'm not about to object to nothing you was doing, because when I decide to be with you, I decide to be with you and everything. However, my goal, and I would advise anybody not to get with a person if that may be an issue for you, or if you think you're gonna be that change that they need to stop them from doing that. Because let me tell you something, whatever they get from that, outside of whatever monetary gain, is not something that they're going to be able to get from just one person. So I'm like, if they whatever they're getting from that, don't try to compete with it. Like, either you'll accept them, let them do it, or not.
Well, you haven't been having time for the day tips, and I ain't got time for a whole tip. Yeah.
Please.
You stay in your corner, I will stay in mine.
There we go. But I don't mind it. And it was ain't somebody. Depending on what they listen to, this next subject.
No, go please.
Oh, no.
I wasn't. Please go right ahead.
No, because I have dated a lot of owner, of course, y'all know.
This is over our head.
No, not over your head. But I love to keep it like dating and stuff like that. Behind the scenes, but like I've dated and chill with a lot of guys who are like quote unquote Instagram famous. I didn't deal with like they don't. It's just they do it just to do it. They don't get nothing really. I mean, they get something out of it, but they're not the ones that I've dealt with and fooled with. They aren't lost in it.
Oh, I could never. I don't. Somebody a cis het man that is Instagram famous. It just that's almost disgusting to me. It's disgusting. I don't think I could. Now, I don't think that's cute.
Now, what about would you date a black trans man? Because a lot of them guys are really, really Instagram famous.
Any man that is posing more or better than me, or is on Instagram more than me, and you're doing it for enjoyment and it's not for your job. And I'm not talking about an Instagram model. I'm talking about somebody that is doing analytics and metrics. If that's not your job, I don't really know if we're gonna match. Because I don't want you to be on live every 5 seconds. That's just, I don't think that's just me though. I have a level of discretion. I want you to be on taking pictures and posing everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, and that's one thing. Don't put me even now. Even though I'm hanging like with friends from the guy, I do not. It's pictures that I take and forever be in my phone. And I'm like, oh, I got to upload it, baby. I'm selfish with my memories and all stuff like that. Please don't put me in your story, like in the background. You doing all that because I want to save what I got. We can take as many pictures as we want, but everything ain't for everybody. Like I like keeping some of this shit selfish because I have to share so much. I think, especially like when we either do this work volunteer, you got to share so much of you with everybody. And some stuff I won't be able to keep to myself. And I ain't doing that. So as long as I ain't got to be with the shits with you, be good.
Never mind. Okay, well, Adonis, taking it to our current events. What's going on? What we talking about today?
Y'all, listen, life ain't been no crystal still, no rainbow still. Oh, happy Indigenous People Day. Happy National Coming Out Day. Everybody, They see. Well, you know. Okay. So, y'all been getting into it all day. And at first, like earlier this week, I said I was going to pay it. Then I just started seeing certain people how they responded to this Dave Chappelle comedy special. No, I did not watch in its entirety. However, I did watch the clip that he said that he was a TERF. And basically, that's a group. A TERF is a group. And this is synonymous with J.K. Rowling, the author of Harry Potter and all of this. And that's going to be another subject, too. As for basically, it's women, it's cisgender women who are
white.
With it
started with the white.
It's white. Even though you may see some it's not. But yes, and they're very exclusionary when it comes to trans. And they should be his team third. How do y'all feel about it?
So I didn't watch the documentary at all. I only saw the clip that somebody said he was talking about the baby killed somebody and got away with it. But you can't go around. But then he said something about, but then the baby said something about gay people and people went insane. But once again, the comment that the baby made was not about, the issue wasn't the comment about gay people. The issue was the miseducation around HIV and the stigma placed on people living with HIV. That was the issue. And so you to come and try to reinforce that or try to make it seem like it's an issue solely around gay people goes to show how y'all put HIV and the proximity of gay people together when not only gay people live with HIV. However, we know Dave Chappelle, in my opinion, Dave Chappelle is trash. In my opinion, he's not that funny. I'm not a person who watches the Chappelle show and you know watch all day Chappelle specials because he's not that entertaining to me. But I think that it's so awkward and it's so interesting that in entertainment when we say or community come out and say that it's wrong, you have people who come back and double down on the shit. It's like as what you said did not matter or we just don't care.
I did not see the special. I don't plan to watch it, but I don't really think that Chappelle is funny. I don't think he's been funny for a long time. His last special wasn't funny. I didn't even get to the last. I think that I am tired of having the same conversation about cishet black men being problematic and being homophobic, transphobic. Like the sky is blue. Like I'm tired of having this same conversation because it always goes the same way. And of course Chappelle isn't gonna get canceled because niggas love to support their own. And they love to support anything that is transphobic and homophobic. So I didn't watch it. I don't plan to watch it. I don't really plan to publicly say anything because I don't want to say I don't care, but I just don't see a point in pushing this because at the end of the day, Chappelle is just like every other cishet black man. All they do is the same shit. Like he's not the first one that's said or done this. He won't be the last. I thought that he was into the girl. I could have sworn that he had literally just made a joke about being into the girl. I don't know. Maybe, I also didn't finish the special because I thought it was boring. So he's not my type of humor. I don't think he's attractive, and I don't pay attention to niggas that I think are ugly. So, you know, it's whatever for me. I don't care.
Oh, so me and my cousin watched it 2 days ago, and it was literally so hard to watch. Like I literally was watching it in like 6 to 7 minute intervals because every joke it was talking about marginalized folks. Like he talked about domestic violence survivors. He talked about IDU users. He talked about people living with HIV. He talked about trans folks. Like it was like every marginalized group that he could attack, he attacked. And I don't find any of that funny. Like I would rather, and I don't even like Kevin Hart's style of funny, but I would rather go to a Kevin Hart show than to go to Chappelle show. Because Chappelle just doubles down and disrespects marginalized folks. And then also to me, he is the epitome of, and excuse my language because I don't even like saying this word, but he's the epitome of a nigga. Like he's like one of those like people that like placates for white folks, like puts on the real dark mask with the red lips. Like he literally acts out for white folks. And his audience is primarily white people. And he's a caricature of a black person. And it's so disgusting and it's so vile and vicious. And his attacks on like everyone is annoying. And it's unheard of and it's unrealistic. Like the stuff he said was so disgusting. Like I couldn't even believe within the first 6 minutes he attacked so many groups. Like I literally paused it and told my cousin, like, hey, he just attacked blah 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 and blah 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 and blah 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 and blah, like all of these people that are so close to an HIV diagnosis, he attacked like domestic violence survivors. We know that a lot of those women and a lot of those men or non-binary folks end up in domestic violence situations. You know what I mean? So it's like the parallels of folks that are marginalized, and his rhetoric is so disgusting to me that by the end of the special, I was like drained because I was just like, are you serious? Like y'all find this shit funny? And I've never watched the Chappelle show. First of all, my parents was like really like over our TVs and did not let us watch certain things. But like even as I got older, once I saw like an episode of it, I was like, this is gross. Like who is watching this? And I never watched it again because it's not funny.
Yeah.
I wonder why does humor have to always be violent? Like, why does it always have to be so serious and violent? Like, that's why I don't really find him and a lot of comedians funny because I don't understand why it necessarily has to be violent, why it has to be offensive. Because I think that you could be funny and not be offensive. I just feel like people are so stuck on I'm going to oppress a more marginalized community and find humor in their oppression because they think that that's going to get them closer to white patriarchy and being a white cishet man. And it baffles me. It really does.
My issue with a lot of, honestly and truthfully, is also with people in community, not people like Dave Chappelle, right? My issue is people who go and say, oh my God, I don't understand why transgender people are so upset. I watched the Dave Chappelle comedy special, and I wouldn't think it's offensive, or it wouldn't be nothing that I found offensive towards the transgender community. Okay, you're not a person of trans experience. So why would you? That's like if a white person was to watch a documentary or a comedy show from a white person, and they was calling everybody them niggers, and you watching was like, this was not funny. This white guy was just calling everybody niggas, and a white person go, well, I didn't see anything wrong with it. I'll call each other.
Black people will fall out. They would be on the ground rolling.
They will have a fucking heart attack. Okay.
But what about the trans folks that are in line step with Chappelle, especially like Flame Monroe? When I heard that mess of her going on to CNN and talking about, and I was like, you know what?
Trans. Flame is not trans. So that's
what she kept saying. She kept saying, I'm a trans woman. I'm black.
Not trans. Flame is a female impersonator who got work done to help further his career, and then he lives.
He said this.
Yeah, he lives as a man with titties. He is not trans, and that the thing is people book Flame because Flame is going to play into the narrative. Flame is going to be all of the Stephen Fetchit, hijink, transsexual, transvestite. Like Flame is going to play into all of that. Flame is not trans. It's all.
She has said, they have said this multiple times, that Flame Monroe is the character. Marcus is the one who does the business and cash checks and live the life and have the kids and all of these things, right? And that they did get this work done. Because I even watched that episode when they was unboxed, when they went to go get their breasts redone. The fact that they did this to basically enhance my career and my aesthetic around, to further my career. And that also goes to show when we say how they'll get paid to be gay and shit like that. People get paid to be trans too. Because of course there's somebody saying, oh, come on CNN and I'll get you $5,000 to do this 10-minute segment. And all you got to do is say that you're a black trans woman. Well, shit, I'm getting $5,000. I say, bitch, I'm a monkey if you give me $5,000.
But she kept reiterating, and she was like, I don't know if y'all seen it, but she said it like 3 or 4 times. She was like, I have 3 dogs in this fight. I am black, I am a transgender woman, and I am also a comedian. And she said it like 3-4 times, and I was like, okay, girl, we get it. We get it.
He's gonna say it. Like, but he is not trans. Like, he's even said it. Like, he said of course on CNN you're going to say whatever, like, to fit the narrative.
Whatever they paying me to come on this motherfucker to say, that's what I'm gonna say.
It's exhausting for me. I definitely have seen a lot of gay tips of Gen X play into that narrative. Even some older millennials within the community, especially a lot of cis black gay men. I've seen some. Black trans speaking in defense. Here is my thing. Dehumanization is violence. Point blank, period. I can't say I am not, as a cis homosexual black man, I am not the spokesperson for everybody who identifies me. So I can't say everyone should feel this way. However, the bigger issue to me is when people pick and choose their battles. And it goes back to a lot of people only what my gay father says is a lot of stuff is funny until it happens to you. So when the baby says certain shit, speaking like they're trying to do health reads and health jokes, it was a real big uproar. I seen some of these same people. It's a 180. And their whole narrative was, well, how can you say it's ignorance, it's this, it's that? But because it does not pertain to you, and this is a bigger conversation, because what pisses me off, and again, being a gay black man and seeing so many other gay black men who not live in the light of all these trans women, these notable trans women, they live in their shadows. They say, "Oh, well, that's my good sis, and that's my this." So, girl, your point of relevance is only because of the proximity of nothing you did, but who you try to walk behind. And you sit there basically saying someone who says they're a team turf invalidating trans women's experience, that you understand them, or gay people can say this all the time. Nobody said, "Oh, we're not talking about that." I don't give a damn what nobody say. There is not. And if baby, show me 5 cases. I have never seen anybody, none of my friends, because I have a lot of straight friends, I have a lot of straight cis-het family members, them being scared to go anywhere because they are cis, hetero, black people. Then they say, well, black people get killed, baby. That's what I ain't telling you, because let me tell you something. Even in this space, because if we're going to play right. Even in the spaces where I navigate with, it's predominantly black. Trans people are getting killed. People with trans experience are getting killed just for existing. Gay people also getting killed for existing. However, y'all feel as though since we're right here on the totem pole, that don't got nothing to do with me. And until they say something that affects me, whether it's a health read or something else that I'm in that marginalized community, is when it becomes an issue. And with that, honestly, I can't tell anybody who to walk with, chill with, but I would definitely look at how my friends choose to engage. Because sometimes, to me, silence is compliance.
Silence is compliance.
Yeah, then motherfuckers talking about, well, I got a trench. I don't give a fuck about who your friend is. This is like, it's equivalent to me when a white person says, oh, well, I have a black friend. What does that mean? What does that honestly mean?
Well, most black queer men are transphobic. And most black queer men are anti-fem. Let's call a thing a thing. I don't care. Most black queer men in this community, most black queer men that I know, most black queer men that I see out are anti-trans and they are anti-fem. Let's call a thing a thing. I don't give a fuck if you are on my friends list. I said what I said and I will double down on it. Of course. Why would I even expect them to speak up? Why? Most black men that do the work of fucking social justice are anti-fem and transphobic.
This is true.
Call a thing a thing.
This is true. And these are the same ones I've noticed that I've heard, even by proximity, like, well, misgender them on purpose. Said they did name on purpose. So don't sit up there and be like, oh, well, you just don't know. Because if you were for real about it, if it was really a thing for you, then none of this shit wouldn't be tolerated. And I can even tell y'all, even just like supposed a little bit more. Y'all know, like, even within my last relationship, how much shit and like bullshit that I've went through or even still go through about within dealing with other gay black men about, oh, well, you're not really gay anymore. You need to identify this like that. Like, it is so much fucking transphobia out on both sides. And it's really perpetuated by my peers. And it pisses me off. And I'm making on, I call it ASI, but we definitely really need to pay attention again. Like I said last time, the patterns of these motherfuckers, not what they post, but what do the actions look like? Because again, not saying shit. And I'm talking to everybody who quote unquote do the work, not saying shit at all is compliance to me.
Right. It's just like when we say, oh, I vote this way, I do that, right? It's making sure that the people say who rock with you vote in the ways that protect you and line up with your safety and how y'all want the community to move and thrive. And my thing is that in community, I don't be seeing that shit. Only time it's ever an issue or somebody want to do something for trans people is one, when they trying to get some money off of trans people, Two, when they try to get you to sign up as something that they agency or they need to collect data off of you, or three, and you dead. That's the only time it's like, oh, protect them, say their name. But you're not thinking about the safety of your trans siblings while you watching Dave Chappelle and saying and validating Dave Chappelle, a rich person who's far removed from what the fuck goes on with reality. You know, while you out validating him, your homegirl died. You don't really. So how could you don't like your actions are not lining up at the same damn time, and it's always gay. And I said it on my page and post, it's the butch queens and the gays. But bitch, if you offer to take away they poppers, bitch, you are in for a fight. Do you hear me?
And truth be told, I mean, a lot of these cis black men, especially these comedians, are into the girls. I don't care. I'll double down on that because I'm definitely sure that Dave Chappelle also had a joke about that, and that's the shit that they won't talk about, and that's the shit that y'all won't highlight. But I'm not surprised that there is no support from black queer men. They've never supported femme bodies or anything. They've never supported anything. I don't look to them for safety or for support or for no.
And it's sad. It's sad. It's exhausting. I mean, I be having time until I don't. I was step backers today. All throughout the day, it was like bam, bam, this group, and we also got to talk about. Don't get me wrong. Systematic racism is real. As black people, we have a lot of shit that we deal with across the board. However, our intersectionalities are real, and I don't put one over the other. And so many of them just want to be able to assimilate to basically being seen as okay from our heterosexual counterparts, that they're willing to throw everybody else under the bus, whether it may be people of trans experience, maybe more feminine gay individuals, whether it may be even masculine lesbians. As long as you okay and you're not too quote unquote gay or too this, they just want to be able to have a seat at the table. And yeah, at this point in time, I don't give a damn what default characteristics I share with somebody. Every black person is not my goddamn problem. It's not my brother. If our principles, our morals and things, agenda do not align together, I honestly do not give a fuck about you. I'm not putting my cape on for nobody who won't put their cape on for me or those who I care about. I see them as the same way I see our counterparts. Y'all can suck one, bust one, and it's gonna be there.
Okay, bitch, we are not working to free Pookie no more. Okay,
not at all.
Pookie gotta do his time. Period.
It's like, well, that's another conversation because I was getting into it with even a lot of cis black women. And my issue with this was like, girl, we in Texas right now. We dealing with anti-abortion laws, right? Well, then when something come up, because this conversation came up, whenever you see a woman trans experience, she's passed. Oh, I wonder what she did. But I'm like, girl, no one says the same thing. When I'm saying that I am pro-choice for you, I'm not asking you why you want to get an abortion. I'm not asking you when you're a victim of domestic violence, what did you do? So my thing, like, why when someone else is suffering trauma or they've met with a fatality, is that the question that you lead with? I don't understand it.
We blame the victim.
Yeah, it's victim blaming and shaming.
Yeah.
It's not. Until it applies to them, then it's an issue. You want to go.
It's easier to blame the victim than to look at the systems of oppression and power that put people in those predicaments. It's easier to blame a woman who gets raped and ask what was she wearing and what did she do than blame these misogynistic and misogynoir and these anti-femme systems that literally are killing and endangering femme bodies every day. Like it's a lot easier.
Or people who are just fucking predators, because it's just predators who exist among us, who just have to pick off or to try to attack or harm people who they seem are weaker or they have authority over or autonomy over.
And these people don't. Again, they don't. A lot of people do not.
Charles, you done went out. I don't know what
you did. And you was really in the point too.
Call to me. A lot of these people do not want equity. They want to take places with the oppressor. As long as that to be on top, they want to be able, oh, well, you know, it's this, like, they do not want equity. And if you ain't about that life, fuck you.
Ooh, child. So this, I think equity is a good place to like switch the topic. So are y'all familiar with Henrietta Lacks?
Yes.
Okay, so the Henrietta Lacks Estate is suing biotechnical companies for over 70 years of having their mom's cell tissue and using it to replicate her cells to advance medical research in the realm of HIV prevention, cancer. Pretty much anytime they're testing a new drug or trying to come up with a cure for something, they're basically using her cells to basically test these theories of medicine. And after 70 years, her family, they want reparations, and they would like for them to stop using their mom's cells to stop for medical advancement. What do y'all think about this? Usos, I ain't give you time to go refill your glass.
I'm just somebody is.
But I am disgusted that the fact that Black folks are always the medical like hamsters. Like when it comes to creating new medicine, new technology, even the father of gynecology, he would use his instruments on Black women to see if they caused them pain before he used them on white women as a way to further his practice. You know, the thing where they separate your vaginal, forceps to separate your vaginal walls to do your swab, your pap smears. He actually was using screws on Black women.
I've never had one of been there. How they do it? Because you like, is that how they do the pap smears?
No, it's a clamp and it goes in like this and then it opens up your cervix so that they can swab on the inside of your cervix to swab for to see if there's like any cancerous or precancerous cells on your cervix when you get a pap smear. And so they were literally using screws on Black women. And so this is, the father of gynecology, he did some weird, crazy things. I mean, even when they talk about C-sections and cesarean sections, Black women were, Black slaves were used as tests for those Black impregnated slaves. So it is an issue. And I think that I'm glad that they're suing, that her estate is suing them. I mean, she's never got any money in the first place for them using her, reproductive organs because she had cervical cancer and she passed from cervical cancer, and they used her cells as a way to get a polio vaccine, try to do an HIV vaccine and all these other things. And so once again, they're using Black folks as punching bags, and I think that, not to go back to what we were just talking about, but Black people, we will allow folks to oppress us and then we'll oppress each other as a way to kind of climb corporate ladders or whatever. And so it's another gross way in which white folks are trying to use us over and over again.
I definitely, it really, really just shows how expendable everyone feels like Black bodies are, especially Black femme bodies. It's just, they don't matter. Like, we can, at any moment, we can kill you and take your body and use it, and you and your family not get anything. At any moment, we can tell you what you can do with your body. It's awful. It's awful, honestly.
It's hard.
One thing is I just found really interesting. So I really didn't know about this until like the movie about Oprah Winfrey. So Oprah Winfrey did the movie, which is based off of the book, right? And what I found out after that, because once I find out, I like to do a little bit more. I like to do the more bitch. So what I found out was, did you know that at the time that the movie and the book and all this came out, nobody in her family had insurance? Like none of her kids had insurance. None of her grandkids had insurance. But, like biomedical companies are really out here. Like medical companies, insurance companies, these people who got millions and billions of dollars are out here using your mom's genetics, your family genetics for research, and you don't have insurance.
Yeah.
Nobody even thought to be like, hey, we know this is fucked up. But the least that we can do for y'all is give y'all basic health care.
And they would family members in to see if their cells were either on the same level as if they can survive the same capacity and reproduce, and in essence be immortal. That's why it says the immortal cells of Henrietta Lacks. So they had a relationship with John Hopkins, but as you said, it was no point. Hey, well, we got you in here trying to see if we can come up off you. Let me offer you this. Even with, and I know things have changed, but even with clinical trials, now you get free health care.
But that's because, I mean, do we really expect institutions of power and oppression to, when they do offer it, it's like we give them such praise, but do we, I wouldn't expect them to do it. They're making billions of dollars. Like, they could care less. It's like they don't do anything until they're caught or until somebody put their foot on their neck. So I'm not surprised.
And unfortunately, although capitalism sucks, I do believe that Black folks have to start participating in it more. Unfortunately, we do have to start getting our money together and our affairs together. We do have to start talking about retirement plans, 401ks, making sure that you know where Pookie's life insurance policy is. We have to start making sure that we understand and know these things, because
we also need to make sure we got a life insurance policy.
Yeah, that too. We have to make sure our affairs are in order, because folks will use our DNA if we allow them to. You know, I was talking to someone not that long ago, and they were saying how someone wanted to use their family's organs, and they were like, "No, you can't take our family's organs without our permission." You know, trying to force the family into giving those organs away, and you know, maybe the family didn't want to be a organ donor, but we have to specify those things and make sure that we are taking care of each other while we're still able to have those conversations.
You know, I used to have the heart on my driver's license to be a donor, but I took it off. I want to be able to make more choices around my body. But I just think that it was just such a sad story. I think this is such a sad case. I think that I'm happy now, knowing that it is something coming out of this. I hope they get every damn thing that they want. I hope they get every fucking penny that they want. They deserve every fucking penny that they ask for. They deserve for medical and biomedical companies to stop using their mama motherfucking genes. They deserve all of that. And they deserve the whole, I believe they're asking for like $250 billion. They deserve every fucking penny, if not more.
Yeah. Because they basically, and then they came up with some bullshit from the last, I heard about it, just read upon it, saying since they do not claim, John Hopkins did not claim ownership of the cells, that's how they get through that little gray tape. And because a person cannot own cells unless the purchaser gives them to you, and you know, once they're replicated, you know, while they're in your possession, then that's just part of the process. But as long as you don't own rights, so you know they got big time lawyers to fight that. Hopefully they do win, because I agree. They're owed that, and then more. I think every time the motherfuckers are used, not should they only win their goddamn overall something. Every time they use, baby, run it.
And I get that, but that's like if I go and get a surgery, and you're supposed to be moving my appendix. Mm-hmm. While you're in there, you decide, oh, we're gonna go ahead and take a piece of your kidney, because why not?
Yeah,
we already got you open. We in here. We just gonna take you.
That's why.
Okay, just because I was already laying on the table, just open it. You could just take it, and just because you didn't claim it, or you didn't technically give it to nobody, it's all good. No, bitch, you stole a part of me without my permission.
Yeah. Well, now they have
abuse.
Well, now we have certain things, unfortunately, because it's always situations for the greater good that happens. And so many things, unfortunately, happens with trauma and a tragedy. So now that's why, like, there's so much patient consent and so much stuff. But not only to help us out, but it also covers their asses overall, you know.
But that also makes me think about molecular surveillance, because with people living with HIV, they do, when we go for our checkups every 3 to 6 months, they do take our blood, and some of that does go to the CDC without our permission that we did not know about. And so that makes me think, like, hey, are you using my blood as a way to create vaccines? Are you using it as a way to, you know, create a cure?
Vaccines out for y'all, and y'all don't even know, sis.
And
it's
really 40 acres in a motherfucking pool, bitch.
No, for real. And you know, sometimes people, they may just need healthcare, so they may be just depending on Ryan White. So they don't even know what, a lot of times, what they're signing. I'm not saying that's an excuse for them not to read, but because you need help and you need this Medicare, you're signing things that you may not even realize that you're signing. I mean, I'm
not gonna lie to y'all. I'm gonna be real transparent. As a person living with HIV, I do go through Ryan White, even though I have private insurance, because it is cheaper. And I'm at St. Hope, so once I go to St. Hope, I walk through the door. The podiatrist is looking at my feet. The vision lady is all in my face, getting me some glasses. The dental person is right there. My healthcare providers, like my dietitian, like everybody's literally in the same. And it makes it so convenient so that I don't have to go from doctor to doctor to doctor. And when they give you those paperwork, they just give you a big stack of papers. And who really gonna sit and read all that information? Like, who really gonna be like, you know, they literally give you like a stack of 50 pages and you gotta sign and sign and sign. Like, it is so much excessive paperwork that it would take you years to read all that stuff.
You know, they say, well, if you want to read it, it'll be in your EHR, but I've already signed it. And that's
right.
CDC, and if the people who are giving these funds, they really need to look into the quality assurance, because I rest assure you, in the notes, this is coming from a former case manager, they're billing as if though they did talk to you about that. You know, in those increments of so much time, they're getting paid for. So if anybody of earshot that's dealing with CDC, like, y'all really need to do maintenance on the clients and check in with them, not through the agency, but through yourselves. Have a mystery call and see what's going on, because most of the time, a lot of the agencies are not explaining. They just want them. And then if they say they call, it's not calling and say, hey, did you understand what you signed? It's like they probably ask you one question or two if they call you, and then bill you for like 30 minutes or 60.
Yeah, because they have so many people on their caseload. You know, as a case manager, when you was doing it, because I did housing for a while, HIV housing, and literally they make you see so many folks. You don't even have time to have a conversation with anybody. It's like, did you do this? Did you do that? Did you do this? Did you do that? Okay, bye. What? You don't even have time to create a rapport with the people that you are supposed to serve. So
they really need to modify that. I agree. Not to mention, that'll be another conversation, but I really think that, again, these agencies as well as CDC, people who work in the community, that support the community, need to be provided. There needs to be a stipend or something as far as their mental health. Because if you're dealing with all of this, it's a lot. It's really taxing. It's really exhausting. Like, your bandwidth after a while, it honestly makes you want to tap out from doing the work, because honestly, how effective can you be when you heard the same story over and over again, and you're not trying to become numb to it, but you be so focused on it, hitting the numbers and the goals, that you're just bam, 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 and nobody ever asks you, are you okay? And I've heard, I won't say what agency, one of the ones I used to work for, basically said that social workers and case managers are so flaky anyway that you can always get another one. So their value is more into what we provide versus us.
People don't value social workers and case workers and the people who do the outreach, who go out and find the people and do the testing and do all. They don't get, because you are replaceable. Mm-hmm. You are replaceable, bitch. As soon as you quit, and they got a bitch. Well, you walking down the hall, bitch, with your 2-week notice, bitch, to give it to them. They already got your job on their website, bitch, looking for somebody else. Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's capitalism. It's not about curing or ending nothing. It's just about getting money.
That's all it's about. They don't give a damn. But here's the thing: even though you're replaceable, what they don't understand and realize is that if you are definitely a person that does your job and does it well, especially if you have context with clients. It's been times when I left one job and like majority of my caseload follow me to another clinic. So understand if you treat the people right and you give them what they need and check in on them, it'll be more beneficial. Like it's cheaper to keep them, you know. And especially if you're dealing with people within the community that's doing this work that has legit influence, that can make shake or break your brand. So they definitely need to watch how they handle people. They definitely need to.
I'm talking about systems of capitalism and oppression. So there was a White House. There was a Waffle House employee who went to work, and took their baby with them, and it went viral. It was all on the TikTok and things. With the person had the baby on their hip while they was fixing individuals' food, like on the line cook.
Mm-hmm.
1 second, let me back up a little bit. So, for everybody who's out there watching, I dropped the link in the chat. We are accepting nominations for the Trans Empire and Alliance Party that's going to be taking place on November 21st. While y'all are here, go ahead and nominate somebody. Make it cute. Make sure you pick somebody who is worthy. Make sure they are in the Houston area. Houston metropolitan or surrounding. Surrounding does not mean Austin or Dallas. That means like Baytown. That means like, girl, if we have to travel over 2 hours to an hour and a half to get to you, you are not surrounding areas. You are actually outside of our surrounding areas. Yeah, man. All right. Also, we'll be hosting a movie night, the first movie night, anything inside of our new physical space on this Wednesday at 6:30. To learn more, head over to the Mahogany Project page on Facebook, and you can register for that event. We'll have light snacks. Already a bunch of people already signed up to come hang out, and so we'd love to see your face.
I saw somebody. They hope they have wings. Would they have wings?
I don't know if they'll have wings, but I hope they have wings, child.
Okay. It's hocus pocus because
it's hocus pocus. You said what?
My dog, yeah, like last week, y'all. I missed the train. Like I missed it. I should have watched it as a kid, y'all, because I can't. It's like as an adult, like even me watching Sailor Moon. I used to love it growing up. Now it's just like, girl, what the fuck is this? So
like hocus pocus, you're not gonna just do hocus pocus like that.
I should have watched it because Death Becomes Her. I was an addict. That was me. I was grown, and y'all see my shirt. Like I've always liked horror movies, and I should have been watching the ones that were age appropriate. Because
now Death Becomes Her is overrated. That's underrated. Death
becomes Her. Yeah, that is so good. I got the digital copy. I got the DVD. All of it. Stay on test. So what's
out for y'all?
But we're also going to have another movie night later this month as well as we get closer to Halloween. I haven't really decided on what the movie was yet, but stay tuned to find out. But make sure you are going over to the Mahogany Project page. We have some amazing events that we just put up. We also are doing a soul giving during the month of November. You can go ahead and register for that. It is a limited seating event, and you will get a ticket to the team. But back to the lady who had the baby on her hip at the Waffle House. Okay.
Come on, commercial.
Okay. So my mom, when I was younger, she worked at Taco Bell. She was separated from my dad, and she was a single mother of 3 kids, and so she would work a shift, and sometimes we would be in the office with her. Like, I think that so many people judge, but they don't understand that a lot of times there aren't many options. Childcare is fucking expensive. I didn't realize that when you have a kid now, you got to give an arm, a leg, a foot, and a thigh to pay for it. But it's like childcare is fucking expensive. And it's like, it's literally, these are the types of jobs where they're like, you come or you get fired, or you come or you get written up. And it's just like, I think that people don't have enough grace for a Waffle House employee who I'm pretty sure worked through the pandemic. I'm pretty sure was not protected through the pandemic. I'm pretty sure they're still working. I mean, Waffle House always got some fights or something going on. So I just feel like when I saw the baby on the hip, I didn't really think anything of it because I get it. I understand. My mother was a single mother of 3. And sometimes you have to do what you have to do. And it's like she was having a personal situation where there was no other option. So it's like, I'm sick of if people always got some shit to say, I'm really sick of. Like, I'm really sick of.
I think you pointed out something really good about how expensive child care and the kind of jobs this is. So people don't think about the fact that jobs like this will give you just enough hours where you are working some of us will consider full-time, but not actual full-time because then they don't give you enough hours where you can go and get insurance and stuff like that, or where you meet the requirements to get a lot of like things like child care services and things like that free. So it's they know what the fuck they doing. And so they put you kind of in a hard space where you are only left with an option to pay for your own child care and things like that. And if I'm working a job only paying $7 an hour, when I'm also making tips and stuff like that too. And so with that, I'm probably making $8 or $9 an hour, and childcare is $1,100 a month. I mean, a week. What the fuck am I supposed? Because I know people who literally pay $1,100 a week in childcare.
Yes, that's some bullshit. Some fucking shit.
It's expensive, y'all. It's definitely a new day and age, especially when I had to pay, or even just like it was a service of just picking up my son from school. It was damn near, and it's like back in 708. Shit, it was damn near like $200 to $300 a week just to like pick him up from school. I will say this because I did not know this now. I do understand the concern. Don't get me wrong. I do. Parenting looks different than it did in my early 20s than it would now, or probably 10 years from now. And also finances look different. I am aware that now they have neighborhood centers that basically if they don't cover 90% of the child care, they'll cover all of it. I think a lot of jobs need to be able to have some type of collaboration or partnership and offer those services to people with children, show them how to fill it out, how to use it, how to apply for it, because it's needed. I mean, the government gives the money away, making sure the right people know about it, because it was certain things. There's so many ways that you can qualify based on a sliding scale. And I think that there's something that these companies need to hire because, and I'm not saying everybody who works in fast food or recently released or coming, but let's just say from what we've seen of Waffle House, they seem like they're equal opportunity employers, right? Mm-hmm. So with that, I definitely think when filling out the application, there are certain questions that should be inquired and asked, and that should definitely be, again, these they just want your money. So there should have to be some type of partnership. Hey, we have somebody need this. They have X amount of children. Okay, hey, you can send them over here, or you can go there, and they'll fill out the paperwork from neighborhood centers to help the parents out. Because the thing that you don't want, because she was doing what she had to do. Like Joel said, you don't have another option. Like you got to do because you need that money. I don't know if y'all watching it, Made on Netflix.
I'm gonna watch it,
but like. I was watching it with Bunny. Then, like, at first, we were posting like the amount of money, in her account. I'm like, why are they showing this? But then, when they said how much she made as a maid, but then they had childcare, her buying supplies, gas, and all that, I'm like, damn. And it's funny that you said that, Vern, because they also show what it like. They wouldn't give them enough hours for full time.
Oh, yeah.
But stuff, and you actually get to see how little that these individuals, these single mothers, are making and depending on. Like, they barely can even survive. So that's why
that's what these companies do. They purposely underschedule you because they can't afford. I mean, it's not even they can't afford. They don't want to schedule you for full-time hours. And I think that they purposely do that. And I think that it's interesting because now that we are, even though we're still in a pandemic, but we're coming out of it, companies are seeing it's so hard to field job. Don't nobody want to go to these bullshit ass jobs with these shitty ass hours, this shitty ass pay with no benefits. Like, don't nobody want to. If you could slang some coochie on OnlyFans and make some more money, then why would I want to go flip burgers or be serving chicken at the Waffle House? Like that, and companies talk about some. Don't nobody want these jobs? No, don't nobody want these bullshit ass jobs. No, fuck.
Well, I'm gonna be treating
them sentiments.
You're gonna treat me like you own me. Like, oh, you gotta be here. Oh, if you don't do, don't nobody want to work like fucking dead. Go ahead, sis. I'm sorry.
No, you good. You good. Like, I echo Joelle's sentiments on that, because you could literally open up a YouTube channel, get 1,000 subscribers, and be able to make as much money as you would with Burger King and McDonald's. And so it doesnment make any sense to right. It don't make no sense to slave anymore like that. And so my thing is, I'm gonna play the devil's advocate, y'all, for a little bit.
Go ahead. The devil don't need an advocate, but go ahead.
Play the devil's advocate real quick. I'm not gonna lie. If I seen a lady and she had her baby on her hip and she cooking my food, I'm gonna be a little concerned. I'm gonna be a little concerned, because do your baby got on a mask? Is your baby gonna be sneezing all over my waffles? Like, I got a lot of questions. Like,
okay, that's fair. Little baby's drool,
and that's what I'm saying. I don't want no drool on my waffles. Like, that's why I don't have kids, because I don't like to share. Like, it's when it comes to my food, like, I am very particular about my food. I'm a big girl. I'm a foodie. I love my food, so I don't want you drooling and your baby sneezing. And you can bring your baby to, clean up the house, or, whatever, service job you have. But when it comes to food, that's a little iffy for me.
Because, like, I get it, I understand. My nerves get so bad with kids, y'all, because I'm always, worst case scenario, happy, baby. You buy that grill. We know at home, like, kids can reach at the stove, grab.
Right.
So that's why I get. So I definitely, and it's always, like, once you work in, like, social service, I don't know about y'all, but even when I'm certain places, like, man, if I'm out eating, I'm offering people these services. Well, hey, did you know this? XYZ. Because I get it. It's hard out there. It's hard out there. And then if you think about, let's say, however much money we're making now, y'all think about, like, whether it be our parents or certain relatives that weren't even making the same amount, but they had took care of so many more kids and they made it work. And now, like, we trying to budget, like, shit, how the hell I'm going to make $70,000 stretch like this or XYZ? However, I will say this, new levels, you have different devils. But I definitely think us as a people, again, it takes a village. And I'm willing to help out what that looks like with certain people. If our morals and principles and all that line, baby. Because if you one of them people, if you a gay tip or a hotel and you got your child on your hip, baby, you can get fired. You don't make sure it can break me.
But I'm just saying, we didn't all have grandmamas who done cook breakfast with a baby on her hip, and their back breakfast was banging.
But see, those are kids that I know. Like, those are kids that came out my cousin or my, you know what I mean, my sister.
I'm just saying, sis. I get what you're saying.
Marnita, don't feel bad, because after my son turned around 4 was when, no, you can't sip out of my soda after me. You can't eat another. And damn, so nah, he can't eat not a goddamn thing from the. Get your own plate, or if you want here, you had this. I'm gonna fix my own. So I understand, like, the health concerns. Bye.
Damn, y'all do the kids like that?
Yes, I'm really, even with my nieces. Y'all know my nieces is my favorite people in the world. But even my nieces, baby, you can't be in my drink. I love you to death, baby, but you.
Yeah, I'm just playing. I remember, like, so me and my auntie was in Kroger's and my little cousin was with us, right? And he had fell asleep in the store, and my auntie was packing him, and she wanted me to pack him. And me and my auntie got into it, y'all, because he was already drooling, and I was just like, I don't know if I can hold him. I just don't know if I can hold him. And my auntie was like, why? Like, what is wrong? I was like, because he's drooling, and I just don't do drool. I can't do baby drool. And she.
Now, see, I would definitely be when I get old. I would be that uncle, be like, "Why? Oh, so you can't handle the drool? So but you can handle when that stuff be shooting out in your face, shooting.
See, that's why the kids not. That's why the kids ain't drinking from me because I'm like, I suck dick. The kids ain't drinking from me. No, you can't have my soda. I suck dick. Ask your mama what that means. Shit.
Right.
So what would happen, Vernon, if you was at the Waffle House and the lady's son was drooling over your waffles?
Okay, there's a question I have in this. Have I already paid for the food?
No, that you about to eat it.
I would just leave. While she got her back turned, I was looking right on the body here.
So many people were filming, but I'm like, did anybody think, hey, let me go grab the baby?
Yeah.
Like, that's the bullshit to get on my nerves. Everybody want to film some shit, but it's like, what if that was y'all bald-headed ass mama? Like,
okay. But during the time of COVID, I don't know if I'm grabbing no babies. I don't know.
You know, Waffle House though, it can't be both. Okay, it can't be both. That Waffle House
said, you know, when she got her back turned, I just slipped on out the door.
Like people filming, like, okay, but you at Waffle House, and I've never been to Waffle House.
You ain't never been?
No, I've not been.
Ooh. Girl, it is so good.
It really is.
I love a Waffle House. I love a Waffle House. Shout out to Diamond Styles. I promise that we'll go to Waffle House for the end of this year. Maybe we can all make it.
I mean, I heard, isn't it Club Waffle House?
Depends on what time you go.
Oh no, I can't go when all those people are going.
It definitely be Club Waffles.
Mm-hmm.
Club Waffles.
I don't like those types of eateries. I don't like that.
Baby, I've never been to one.
Sis, if you're drunk enough to trust me, you would not say, you'll be like, where the fuck is the Waffle House? Because it is most definitely a place where you be like, bitch, just get us there.
I can't because I can't because the niggas be nigging and I already know that I am not trying to get into any altercations.
It's definitely I say experience the food. The decor is the same since they open them up in 19.
You can do Uber Eats from Waffle House.
You can. I have saw it in some cities. I have saw it on there.
So what?
I don't know if I can do a Waffle House and sit down. Like, I don't know if I can do that.
I have. Well, hell, I like House of Pie, but you might not want to do that because the owners stealing people's credit card information going up.
You just pay cash when you go there.
Right.
Jesus.
You just pay cash when you go there.
Yeah. I've never been there either.
I was joking. We're going to have to, you've been in Houston too long not to go. We're going to have to go.
Look, this might be problematic, but I cannot do hood eateries. I can't do it.
You want to know what? Hood places got the best food, though.
They do, but so I get Mickey's, and I love Mickey's. Okay. I love Mickey.
Me too.
But Mickey's was a lot. Mickey's was a lot for me.
It's just
and I go there in my coochie cutter shorts and out and stomach out, and I mean the niggas be nigging. I mean.
Well, if you eating that Mickey's, baby, your stomach can definitely handle Waffle House.
Oh yeah.
Well, no, I'm not talking about my stomach. I'm talking about because
ambiance.
I'm talking about the people. It's not the food, it's the people.
Oh, it's way less more traffic and way less problematic to me than Mickey's. That's
really?
Yeah, I don't like Mickey's the food. I just
we try here outside.
The gravy look like dishwater.
It be popping with me.
Hey, hold on, because
the rice be hard.
Hold on, because you know I already got two just oxtails. We ain't trying to be bad.
I enjoy Mickey.
Well, it's not. You should not tell me. You shouldn't be telling me this. You should be telling Mickey shit. And I already got a tub with just oxtails. Lightly. Tread lightly. I had Mickey's the first time. The food was not good to me. The oxtails was tough, the rice was hard, and the gravy was disgusting. I was like, maybe you just had it on a bad day. Mm-hmm. Maybe you just didn't go at the right time. So I said, okay.
I should have been to Mickey's some show.
I'm going to go to Mickey's again.
This week.
I feel like, and I went to Esther's because people was like, "Oh, the food at Esther's is just it'd be so good. It'd be so good." Her gravy, disgusting. Her peach cobbler didn't have no peaches.
Yeah, let's change something because we ain't gonna be able to go nowhere. They're gonna sell everything.
I don't know the Mickey's because I love me some Mickey's.
You keep going over there and getting that dishwater on your rice.
What's another?
You keep going.
What was it? But I like.
Y'all, it's disgusting. So before we can't go nowhere else, before Adonis can't go eat nowhere else. So let's talk about one of Adonis' favorite people, y'all, Joel Osteen.
Oh God!
and his PPP loan.
Right.
Well, I don't say he committed fraud, but y'all know Joel Osteen. Oh, I love farmers market and that they have good soul food, and their gravy does not look nor taste like dishwater.
I have not eaten soul food before.
That's neither here nor there. And they macaroni good, they yams be banging.
I never ate the gravy at Mickey's, but
I just go home, clean a bunch of dishes, let the dishwater sit there for a little while, make like some cornstarch and hot water, store it and stir it into your dishwater. Mickey's gravy. But what you about to say, Adonis?
I said I don't believe but I also, well, I don't get no swine. But when I do get, I normally get the turkey wings, but then I sell gravy on them. So
what's the difference? I mean, if you don't eat swine, I didn't know the turkey wings came from.
Because I'm saying it depends on what you got. Because I haven't had no swine from there. I know.
Well, normally when I go places for soul food, I'm getting stuff like beef tips. I'm getting stuff like oxtails. I may get big chicken. But I'm definitely, if I'm going to get oxtails or something, it's going to have gravy. And I mean, if your gravy tastes like. So Joe Osteen and his PPP loan. Because I'm telling y'all want to continue to eat Mickey's, okay? So the Lakewood Church, y'all got PPP loan for $4.4 million during the pandemic, and now they are having to pay it back.
They surely should.
Yeah, they don't pay taxes.
They
don't pay taxes. They don't let people in there doing hurricanes or storms or national disasters.
No.
That man said his church was flooded.
Yeah.
Y'all could not come there. And I'll be damned if y'all walk up to the front door with cameras and say, ain't nothing wrong with this church.
Now, I do know, I will say, and they didn't publicize this, but I do know of like 2 to 3 people that not too long after Harvey, that Lakewood was providing Harvey relief, and they got like a $5,000 check from them. But still, them people, I just feel a certain way about these religious institutions, y'all. That like y'all get all this money, y'all tax free. Like, listen, they got it, they can pay it. I don't feel bad for them.
Harvey was the hurricane where originally they were saying that they didn't have, that the church was flooded and they couldn't let people in there. Then people went to the front of the church with cameras and stuff and started recording the church and saying that the church wasn't flooded, that the lights was on in the church. Mm-hmm. And again, I think there was a video of somebody even recording where somebody was walking around the inside of the church patrolling the church. But Joe Osteen was on the news saying that the church had flooding and they couldn't open the church as an emergency shelter. But then when people took to social media who lived in an area showing that the church was not damaged, that it was not flooded, and in fact that the lights was on and somebody was walking around on the inside, that's when the news went up there. When he came out and was like, "Oh, we decided to open the church as an emergency shelter."
I'm sure you have.
That's when that happened. So yeah, they did let people in there during Harvey after they was called out by said people for not helping them, not being a steward, not being a safe place, not being a shelter unto the flock of God. That's when the people was like, "Oh, okay." So I mean, I also feel like he should have to pay that $4.4 million back. He should have been using some of that book money to help the church.
You want to know what? That story actually went viral. Like, that story went everywhere about Joel Osteen and the church, to the point where people back in Michigan were having a conversation over whether he should allow people into his church or not. And a lot of people back home in Michigan were saying, oh, y'all don't go to church, or y'all are not stewardess of the Lord, so why should he let y'all in his church, and things like that. And I actually fell out with a couple people in my hometown and have not talked to them since, because I just felt like that was so egregious and unnecessary. Because if something was to happen to me here in Houston, y'all would be falling all out at my funeral, passing out, getting back up. So like it's really, really disgusting and disturbing. And I think that we need to start taxing these churches, because they are legitimate businesses.
And again, they use the same shit that we pay tax for. Y'all use the ambulance. Y'all use the police. Y'all use the fire trucks. So yeah, you gotta come about that money. I don't give a damn. Oh, for the Lord, I don't give a damn. If I ain't even Christian, but
people coming to your church cause property damage, road damage.
Again, I gotta pay for it. Why you don't?
The reason why we need to increase the roads around the area of the church, because of so many people coming out of the church and going into the church. But us as citizens should pay for that. I don't agree. And I also think that there's something that people think like that, because also too that we also taught in the Bible also say that the building is not the church.
Right.
The people are the church.
Come on, Pastor.
So you gonna tell me, so because I didn't come to a building, I didn't go to church.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
The Bible said also, well, more than two gather, that's church. That God will show up in the midst. You won't even know.
Yes. And my favorite scripture is bring us the men so we may know them.
Bring us the men. No, just playing.
God is be also ready. Keep some oil in your lamp.
I never read the Bible.
That's it.
When we was little, my granny used to have one of them little kid versions of the Bible. When you first open it, it says, "God made the beginning." Okay.
I'm like read like the Bible is just so long and unnecessary.
I've only always read Revelations when I was going to Christian church with my mom when I was young. It was just so entertaining to me.
Yes, I'll be Revelation. I'm like, yes, give me action. Come on. Give me the action.
Oh, you should read Songs of Solomon. They talk about titties and all that in there.
I'm not, I ain't reading the Bible.
My little nasty butt was reading that.
The songs, but ain't nobody got time for all this singing.
I don't know no church songs. I don't know nothing.
Really? So you never went to the black church as like a kid?
I've been to the black church when I was younger because everybody in my family had to. My grandmother's brother was a pastor, and we had a family church. But I gave up church to sin.
And you didn't have to, because they didn't. A lot of them didn't.
Okay, and then she said in The Color Purple, sinners have souls too.
I wanted to. I'll be soulless. I don't care. I was ready to leave.
Sinners have souls too.
Yeah. I think you for the community. You for open up your doors. But I don't listen.
Oh, I thought you was gonna say open up your walls, but never mind.
Listen, here we go.
I thought it was too, but
both y'all go there. That's what I want to know.
It just sounded like
I thought you said open up your holes. I thought you said open up your holes.
And it's so funny because normally it's Joel and I to be talking like this. But Joel, you see, boss lady, you see it's the two of them this time.
Because I'm not drinking the liquor, the devil's liquor tonight.
Devil's punch.
Baby, that's why we both sober today.
Because it's usually us.
The walls, okay.
I thought you said open up your holes, Lord Jesus.
Listen, I don't mind both. However, I didn't say either.
Okay, he was giving Yolanda Adams open up my holes to you.
Doors not open. That's a new thing. The door of the church is not open. Press stop. Take it together. Good. Let me stop. Let's go.
Okay, because these two gonna be saying you making fun of their religion. You know.
I don't want no trouble.
You know, you're not a Christian. You're gonna be like you go here making a mockery of the Christian church.
Lord.
What would Allah say?
Right. And if it went down at the mosque, but see, the mosque had let people stay inside the church. Now that was going on. But baby, I just know the demographic that go to the mosque, there was not gonna be an option, baby. It wouldn't have been no more mosque if they had said no.
My God, they would have just been in there praying up a storm, praying and fasting and praying. My God,
baby, the mosque would start swag surfing, baby, because them a lot of them they do not play. So,
so now it's giving skill out fest.
Okay.
I can just see bow ties everywhere, bitch. Bow ties everywhere.
They didn't. They don't play it. So
okay,
moving.
Okay, so I'll.
What she do, the show, right?
What's that? Zuri, she jumped off the couch, child.
She was tired to hear y'all talking under them people's clothes.
She jumped off the edge of the couch. So we're gonna move on now. I don't know if y'all prepared for this, Adonis and Joel, but this is the final segment. This is supposed to be the this or that.
Oh, I have one. Joel, do you have one?
Go ahead. You go.
Okay, this or that. Well, I got to make sure it's one that everybody knows. All right, this or that. Okay. Morning 6 or night 6? I'll go first. I prefer night.
Night.
Yeah, and don't wake me up once I'm asleep for these.
Give me the night. Because I like to get what I get and roll on over and go to sleep.
This is so hard. That's so horrible.
Night to the morning.
Okay, to the morning, to the break of dawn.
We could definitely do that.
Oh, that is so. First of all, I want to say this. I find it so. You like, oh, don't call me over at this time of night if we're not doing this. If it's the morning hour, and don't wake me up for this. It's just very interesting. But nevertheless, I would say probably morning.
Really? At the start your day out bright. They're getting it done right, huh?
I'm not answering this.
So that's another.
Do they brush their teeth in the morning before y'all start kissing and all that?
I don't play all these. I'm not about to do
I'm just saying, I'm asking Vernon because he said he like morning. I don't like morning because people breath be stinking.
Yeah, and I don't love nobody that much. No, don't kiss me.
Well, I mean, if you guys brush your teeth before you go to bed, you should just be waking up with halitosis, girl.
Well, now here's the thing,
breath and stuff like that. If you just a very hygienic ritual of like brushing your teeth, using mouthwash, flossing.
Now, if you do all pulling before you go to bed, and then this is like a hack, then you do not wake up with morning breath. Wait, what age said I was tired for work with morning 6? It was not right. They go.
Okay.
I don't want to be late. Like it's bullshit.
Yeah. In the morning, I'm ready to go. Don't leave me alone in the morning. Unless it's my boo, then that's another thing. But if it's a sneaky link, come at night.
I mean, that's totally different. If it's a sneaky link, bitch, whenever y'all say y'all gonna do it, bitch, that's what it's gonna the mission. When the do is gonna get dead, bitch. Okay, but that you said, if this is your boo or somebody that you into,
let me say this: I don't care if it's not a morning. You're not getting lingerie. You're getting bonnets. You're getting no makeup. You're getting scarf. You're getting oversized.
Right. The people are only there for the Super Soaker water park with the jacuzzi and the whirlwind feature. They don't care.
Look, the park does not be dressed up with all those things. Okay, you are coming for the ride. You know, the ride don't need no lights on it, baby. The ride is gonna still get ready.
That's what I'm saying, since they're not coming for your body. They're coming for the whirlwind features.
They are. And let me tell you, bonnet or not, baby, I won't have on a lash. I won't have on a smidge of makeup. The hair will be in a bonnet. Baby, they ride the indoor heated super soaker jacuzzi water park with the whirlwind feature. And if they really good, they might get that Gawk 3000.
This just excited about it. Just
look. Well, y'all can say this. I'm serious. Sneaky Link, boo, Beyonce, husband. Do not wake me up for the. Now, if it's a weekend, that's fine. Do not wake me up in the middle of the night for the. Do not do this.
What you gonna do? Be like, nah, I'm gonna go. Bitch, you already up now.
Say, you want me up for this? To do this. You didn't think about doing it before we went to sleep. I'm saying, do it on yourself.
Not do it on yourself.
Do it on yourself.
What's the difference if you was already asleep or you have to wake up?
And be into it. I ain't got as much energy. Like, I ain't gonna wake up again, baby. I've been doing this since I was knee high to a grasshopper. So again, like, ain't nothing you gonna do that's gonna thrill me that I ain't never did before. Baby, we can do that when I wake up. Now I'm waking up like 30 minutes, 45 minutes early. But don't mess up my shower time.
Only 30 or 45 minutes?
Huh?
Only 30 or 45 minutes?
Yeah, we're doing it in the morning. It's really gonna be a quick, like 15 to 25 minutes. We're not doing longer than that. Cause my agent said, baby, I want to go back to sleep, and I cannot go back to sleep. The only good thing for me is my Adderall. I'm able to pop it, then I'll be up, but I don't want to have to deal with all this.
No, I'm gonna always be late because I'm gonna make you late. I'm just gonna make you late. I'm gonna make you.
And now that's without money, cause you wanna do that. Like, man, we can do that on the weekend. I'm getting old, y'all. I don't be.
Now they got the schedule appointment, child. We gotta do that.
Nah, and then like let's do it, cause if I'm really good into my Golden Girls or my Dallas and my shows, and the night don't start doing like damn.
Oh, if they over and I'm watching Law and Order SVU, baby, yes, come on, lay up with me. Let's watch Olivia Benson.
Watch the SVU.
Yeah, I like night because it says you already in the mood for it. Like, you done put on your good lotions, your good soaps, your smell goods and all. The do-rag tied a certain way, like giving you something that you can feel. And minute, baby, when I wake up, hopefully the thing is still there. I've mastered my new little hat. But now I don't feel like that. I don't want to kiss you. Don't want you to kiss me. I don't care how much you love me, baby. I don't want no more in the breath. No, me not.
See, I must not be brushing and flossing back before y'all go to bed. So.
Listen, I've done it too.
Kelly. Y'all can see oral hyenas.
You could be sweating while you sleep. Like, it just so much. Like, no, man, no.
We're not sweating. Trust me, we're not sweating in my house or my room. My room be a good 55 degrees at night.
And it just.
That's an igloo in there.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I be having my air conditioner on low, like the lowest it can go. Oh, ceiling fan.
Ice box. What?
I have a ceiling fan on, and I have 2 fans. The boys, they be like.
I like to keep it a chilled 71 with the fan on.
Oh no, I like to keep it nice and cool. So I'd rather the boys be like, "Oh, it's cold in here," versus "Oh, it's out of here." That way, you ain't got to worry about sweat or extra fluids just slinging around all willy nilly.
Listen,
you gotta keep the water part cool. You gotta keep the water part cool.
Sex pack.
Yeah. At night, I just like the night. The ambiance and I just give you what you need. Ain't such like call like that. Yeah. Okay. Nothing, because if you like that,
okay, you get the gargle too fast, girl. You will have a sweat over your brow, bitch. If you keep it cold, you got to worry about it.
No, you gotta sweat. And if I start the Gawk 3000 and it's getting good, baby, I'm gonna give you that Gawk 5000. Yes, I have to sweat.
Wait, that's another thing. Then in the morning, like if you really into it, and then you do rag shit. Nah, I don't feel like doing all this. Just do it at night.
I want my makeup sweat. I want my eyebrow gone. I need it gone.
But at night,
Well, usually so at night. I like niggas to come over. Look, I'm not getting dressed up. I'm not gonna have on no makeup because we gonna get down. Let's get down.
Like, okay, y'all getting up to get down, baby. I like it.
They know if you come over and I got my bonnet on and a tank top, oh, we fucking. Yep. We fucking. Not cute fucking. We fucking.
Have y'all ever did like maybe we'll talk later, but like showed up somebody house like a trench coat or a jacket like they be doing on the movies and stuff? I've wanted to do something like that, but I've been scared that that's gonna be data police.
I've done that before.
Really? Okay. I've always wanted to.
I've had a guy show up naked to my house before. I actually had multiple guys show up to my house naked.
Like knocking on the door, Nick, or they just had on a coat and then bam.
Like they either had like on like maybe a coat. Okay. Or like something like, or like a robe, or like something like that, and they like be naked.
But I ain't.
What be going on at Vernon's house?
Hey, what's really not going on? I said, chef.
I also have had guys requested, like, "Hey, can you be naked when I get there?"
Oh, I hate that. I'm like, you don't tell me what I'm gonna do. I will decide if I'm gonna be naked.
My response to that be, sure, you gonna get naked at the door?
That's that Scorpio, baby.
And niggas be like, you got some lingerie? No, I'm gonna be in a hoodie and a bonnet, nigga, and no makeup. Like, It ain't gonna be no makeup. Or you gonna ride the ride or not? Shit.
And they be requesting stuff like they paid for it. Like, sir, did you pay for some lingerie?
I done made requests before I had met up with Sneaky Links, so I'm definitely the one that y'all talking about. I'm like,
I never requested nothing from a nigga that I hooked up with, because most times I don't fucking like you, so I barely want you to come over. Like, I don't make no requests. The request might be, can you bring me some food because I'm hungry?
Always probably like, can you bring me a pack of cigars?
No, See, the type of men that you probably like, they required it, or they shit, like, don't nobody be. You had to tell me what smoke I meant. Like, my gullible, I know that's what they was mean when they talking about smoke me out.
Oh, yeah.
I don't let men smoke at my place.
I don't smoke men out. I don't smoke out the men folk. We can match, or we can smoke your weed. I do not allow men to smoke cigarettes at my house. You can smoke them in your car.
Yeah.
Before you make it here.
I let them smoke in my house, but I don't let men smoke.
Okay, I don't do that. I don't do the films. We are sisters.
Here we go.
We are family like a giant tree. Okay.
You know what? I wouldn't mind a film or a Butch Queen. I mean, hell, that would be very fun.
I could do the Butch Queens there. First of all,
more Queen than Butch, though.
I could do the Butch Queens more Butch than Queen. I just also find them sometimes to just be problematic too, but that's neither here nor
there. The sex with a Butch Queen and the ones that are a little more Queen than Butch, it be bomb. Like it be real good. And you know, I like them because I like myself. So baby, some damn energy. Like, let's get it going. Like, that's fun because masculine persons, they don't be adventurous. They don't be fun. Like, it be wham bam 1 2 3.
Well, see, I date the trade.
And just last numbers to you, because baby, them be the ones that baby.
I date the trade, the one who be having to take their gun out and put the safety on.
No. I like a femme. I like a Butch Queen that's more Queen than Butch. I don't care.
I got a lot of good sisters that they love to trade like that with the gun. And then never mind, that's the conversation that we gotta have off here.
I do not like trade. Now that's one thing I do.
Because if you reach back there, then it might not smell right.
I absolutely hate trade. I hate trade. I hate DL men. I hate the whole
trade that I hate is they are very clean.
I hate the whole trade industry. I think it's just no.
So what if they want to? Never mind.
What if they want to what?
I was talking to this trade boy the other day, y'all. And we was hanging out, and like I had my gun, and he didn't know that I had a gun. He was so fascinated by the fact that I had a gun. He was like, "This shit don't even turn me on more by the fact that you have a gun."
Weird. I don't know. I don't like them. You're not bringing a gun over to my house. Absolutely not. Like, I don't give a fuck. You're not coming in. Like, absolutely not.
What you do, Joe, before they come in? You go.
I patted men down before.
Oh, really?
I was like, when I was dating Trey, I said, put them hands up. I don't fucking trust you. Put them hands up. I'm patting you motherfucking down.
Ditto.
Boy, it'd be like this. Oh, y'all, it's not really funny stuff. It's a crazy story. And it's about one of my friends. I say that. They dated somebody. And it was the Trey. And then Trey said, "Hey, you mind if I smoke?" He said, "Yeah, that's fine." Baby, so then he said, he said,
I know who this is.
He looked at the TV. He said, "That's that he know, baby." That man unwrapped that foil paper.
He was quick.
Lit up that goddamn pipe. He's like, "Oh, man, you gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta go." So when they ask you, can they smoke, you need to say, smoke wood.
I always ask a guy when they say like, "Oh, like I smoke." I be like, "You smoke what?" Like I'm always very clear about that.
Yeah, because they be like some meth or some crack.
Okay, and you fuck around and ask me, "Do I want some?"
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, baby.
Before.
You say what?
I dated a crackhead before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he wasn't black though. He was white.
Did he smoke for you?
Yeah, he was older. He was a recreational crackhead. He had money.
Okay.
Recreational crackhead. That is so new.
Girl. He was meaning he did a little crack, but still had his day job and he still had money. And honestly, dating him, we went out on some of the best dates. Now, some of the best dates, hands down. I mean, he was old, fat, balding, getting divorced, going through a crisis. He was a failing comedian. But baby, when I tell you he would take me out on a bomb ass date, like I mean,
about like, and I know, Mr. Hey, why you smoke crack? Like, what's going on?
He literally had to intervene to buy crack. I said, "You're not doing that on my watch." No. And like the crack and the dealer was like, "Is this bitch? Is she serious?" Like, I surely should have got busted upside my head, surely. But oh yeah, he was a comedian.
The people still like.
His name is Costas. I'll say his name. Shit, he admit that he did crack. So hey,
I do crack. He ain't call nothing else.
Yeah, he'd be like, "So I was smoking some crack." He would put it in his jokes. He actually, side story, because I know we got to leave some. He actually made a joke about us having sex, but he didn't say my name, but he was like, "So I fucked this black tranny." And I said, "Oh my God." And he said it in his stand-up, and I was at the stand-up. And I was like, "How could you do?" And he thought the shit was hilarious. Dating a comedian is some bullshit. That shit is not funny. Because everything is a fucking joke to them. Like, but yes.
And he was crack.
Yeah, he did crack.
Y'all would be in a court. I'd be so paranoid that the police.
But you know what the thing is? Here's the thing.
He got crack.
He was white, and I think that when he was white and he was older and he had money, so he did it recreationally. So there was never any. I never felt like in danger.
Yeah. Why he did the crack?
It was because he was going through a lot of things. Like he was going through a very bad divorce. He was, he was losing custody of his kids. Like he was going through it.
Yeah,
he had a failing comedy career. Like it was a lot going on. It was a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
and then he had a black trans girlfriend. It was just a myriad of things going on.
It was definitely a film, baby. It was a film.
Well, I can understand. I dated somebody who did meth. And I didn't know that they did with child. It was just Mr. Thugman.
I already knew.
Mr. Thugman.
I already knew that's who you was talking about.
One time he had broke up. And he had went back home and all this. No, he had went home for a visit or something. Girl, I don't know. And I remember when he came back, he just looked so fucking weird. He just looked so fucking weird. Like, I was like, in my mind was like, meth. And I remember I was like, was you smoking meth while you was gone? Because I remember he was like, I said it before, like how he used to like smoke meth and stuff like that. I was like, like, did you smoke some meth while you was gone? And I remember he was like, why you ask me that? Like, what make you ask me that? I was like, oh yeah, bitch, smoke some meth. When they started. And then I remember later on, like maybe like a couple hours later or something, I remember he did come back, or maybe the next day, I remember him coming back to me and was like, oh yeah, well, you asked me about how I smoked some meth. I did smoke some meth. I was like, I kind of figured that, like, your eyes and shit, you just look messy.
And did you ask him why he was smoking? All it is crack to me. That's what I call all it. Did you ask him why he was doing that?
It's crack, Junior.
Great.
I did ask him that. I don't remember what his answer was at the time. I think he was just mentally getting away and just dealing with the shit that he was going through. But I would say a lot of the shit, as always, and we know this, but truthfully, but like a lot of shit that he was just going through and was dealing with was just shit that he just brought on himself.
It's also a lot of them. And I don't get me wrong, and I know, baby, this ain't nothing but the remnants of that damn program, but baby, like, I don't get me wrong, I understand though. Like, I know it's recreation, like the people you can smoke weed, They be like, okay, I can deal with that. Let's drink a little bit, but then you start talking about crack and meth. I'm like, it's really, I just want to be intervention mode. And then also, like, when do you buy that? Like, I don't understand. Like,
you'd be surprised. You'd be really surprised. Living in LA, the amount of drug use was it. I mean, it blew my mind, and just how. I mean, it was so readily available, and it was everywhere, literally. And so many people. I mean, and not just in LA, but so many people do it. It's one of those things where it seems like it's not acceptable, but it actually is. I think it's just the stigma of the little bit that don't do it, and the whole dare thing. But so many people do it, and it's so acceptable. Like, you'd be surprised how easy it is to get it.
And cause like even what the kids, like how the kids are doing coke now, like they know they're not ashamed, But like now meth, like, and it's so crazy, and that's a whole nother conversation. But
I never knew that meth was a big thing until I had moved here.
And I didn't either. So like case management people would tell me, I'm like, ain't no black people doing meth.
I'm like, meth.
Many black people are doing meth. Like many in Houston are doing meth. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's I don't know.
Well, he was from Osteen and with College Station, and they have a huge population of like opioid and like meth addiction and usage out there.
Yeah, sure. But it's 9:58.
Yeah, I wanted to go to Target, but I'm gonna miss the Target. But thank y'all for tuning in and joining us and stuff, and whatnots and things of that nature. I'm Vernice McFarland, also known as V Fierce.
I am Joelle Baya Usori, aka your man or your woman or your person first choice.
I am Adonis Doreen, the same dude, the main dude, never the lame dude, aka you did it, beneficiary.
And I'm Marnina the Queen.
We need to do this sober more often because I'm feeling this sober. Sober episode.
And now, like, baby Bird, it's a feeling his host talking about like the Usha Walla Watch, baby.
What are you talking?
Marnina, don't she say more about it? I guess we'll talk about more like sugar walls and all that on the next episode.
Okay, because my daddy said I got sugar walls.
And that's it. I love to know what the lesbian like sneaky leak looks like.
That's not real. It's not real. Because what happens is when girls get to doing it like on some sneaky link type stuff, emotions, like I know folks are like, hey, everybody has emotions, but like females really definitely have like a real deep connection with each other. So once we start having sex with you, like
they just have to.
You basically my girlfriend. Like there is really no sneaky link in lesbian culture. Like
wow.
No. Like if we doing it, I'm blowing up your phone. Like I don't personally do that because I know I get attached. But like,
oh yeah, baby. I know firsthand, of course, with the Butch Queen, and I know too many of my trans sisters, baby. They definitely on that sneaky link tip. Like
I like sneaky links. No,
you don't do them. You don't do them at all. You don't do them no more.
I don't do them anymore. I haven't done them, but I don't like it. No, I don't.
What's the definition of a sneaky
link? Listen, wait, y'all. We gotta end this show. Then we can continue our conversation.
I just want to know. But nevertheless,
like I hook up or like midday, you sneaky, the sucky.
Or is a sneaky link somebody like, oh, you're in a relationship, and so now you have
no, it's somebody you're not in a relationship with, but y'all mess around.
No, what I'm saying is, are you in a relationship and you're sneaking around with this person? Like, what makes a sneaky link?
It's just
somebody you don't be in public with, but you had sex with.
Oh, okay.
Or like, it could be a FWB,
I don't believe in friends with benefits either.
The
benefit is the friendship. What do you mean? What?
Oh, and they somebody
more?
Yeah, they want to do it.
No, I don't do that. That's not a friendship.
Okay, I told y'all I was having sex with somebody randomly, and they kept talking about how they thought we was friends, and I was like, I didn't know we were friends. I just thought we were having sex. But okay, thanks for telling me.
I mean,
I have fooled around with friends, but I don't believe in friends with benefits because the friendship is the benefit. And I mean, if you fool around, then yeah. But I mean, I don't believe in friends with benefits. I think that's something that some cishet men made up because that's some bullshit.
Well, hold on.
Around with my friends, I have some friends I'm willing to, but I don't do it.
I've had some real benefit situations, and it's legit friends with benefits. But I've learned to make sure that I cut it out before we start, like, because I don't want to know, like, if we are on a sneaky leak tip or even in the past with friends with benefits, I keep it at a certain level. I like
that can't happen with girls.
You want to though? And honestly, y'all gonna be like, what? But I got a homegirl that me and her, we do our thing if we both single. And that's just really my homegirl. Like, we is so cool and close. Like,
I believe that one person always likes the other person. I always believe that. And if they don't, they will start.
I don't know. This has been going on for like 3-4 years now. And it's with I got something too with a bisexual man that, when we see each other.
Niggas always gonna like. A nigga ain't gonna stay around you if he don't like you.
I mean, I don't know.
Listen,
I ain't got friends with benefits. I ain't got no sneaky link. I ain't got nothing.
It can definitely happen, but I know, like, especially like back in the day, I definitely like the ones like who were off the grid who did not know me. Yeah, I'll be like, like I said, baby, I get a whole different name. I make sure that, like, baby, I ain't with as much shit as I'm in, but then when I start talking, and I don't want to talk to them because then if I find out that we have different standing on social issues, stuff like that, it becomes more. So I just want it just to be that and very like surface level conversation.
Gotcha.
Yeah, my name. What's y'all right before we get out? What's y'all fake name that y'all get somebody?
Girl, we ain't telling the people on here.
I don't give fake names.
You don't?
Mm-mm.
I remember one time.
Your name, what you say?
I'm very transparent, but that's why I don't do sneaky links. I'm very transparent. Like what you see is what you get. I'm gonna tell you my name is Joelle. I'm gonna because I'm a very private person, but when it comes to me, like I share my location with people because I'm like, what the fuck? Why do I have to sneak around or do stuff?
Gotcha.
But I don't. Yeah, I'll tell somebody my name, which maybe I don't need to. But I don't. The next nigga that I fuck with, he or she or they are going to be my partner. So I don't. That's why I don't even need to go through this other bullshit. But I don't feel the need to give a fake name. Because how many people? Trust me, if you see Joelle, you're gonna know Joelle. So I can't give no fake name.
I'm giving out fake names.
Yeah, I'm very much Jamaican. It's very ethnic.
Oh.
I'm very much Jamaican. And one time, y'all, oh my God, and I'm so used to that's just my name. So I'm in there. Oh Lord. And again, me not knowing. So many times, like they don't know Madonna or anything like that. Once a while, it happened 2 times. I'm just giving because when I'm giving the sneaky links, I'm giving very much. I'm giving you very much diatribe. I'm giving you all it. And this one dude, I'm saying, nah, man, you sound fuck around, man. I just said this. So I end up sleeping over there. Look, dude, woke up cooking breakfast. Why in the fuck on 526 they had read a goddamn commercial? I am like, and I'm on there like the bitch paid. And then look back, and then he said, "Oh, that guy looks like you." I said, I guess so." But then this other dude, man, I'm in there, we about to link up and all that. He said, "Oh, you say your name?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "You sure it's not Adonis?" And I'm like, I said, "Wait a minute." I said, "How you know this?" And then he said, "Oh, I follow you on Facebook." Oh man, I gotta get up out of here. I ain't about to be trying to. Cause baby, as soon as they know you connected to who you like that, then they go on that mutual. Even though my friends are here, baby, ain't no telling who they start coming. Then they start. I don't
now you want to run. Now you want to run on the back. Now you want to run on the back.
I had one time I was making with a sneaky link again. I'm Jamaica, and we were in the act, and then like you was
Jamaica.
And we in the act, and we like in it. And like he look at my face and he say, but he talk about my good man. He say, well, first he said, "Is your name Maurice?" I'm like, he said, "Did you go down to middle school?" I'm like, "Hey, why the fuck do you know me?" And so come to find out, somebody I went to middle school with, y'all. It was so crazy.
Oh, that's the best sex when you do
it was.
That's the best sex when it's somebody that you went to high school with.
But it was middle school. Woo. It was middle school. So
I don't remember nobody that I went to middle school with, but
you say you don't remember them?
Well, no.
I really. No.
They don't remember me either. But baby, them high school niggas, that's the best. That's the best dick you can motherfucking get. That's that dick that's that motherfucking dick that you get when it's like, nigga, you talked all that shit in high school, but 2021, welcome to the indoor heated super soaker jacuzzi water park. Hey,
big ass.
Oh, St. Louis, I'm coming for you.
Ooh. Anyway, y'all, I gotta drive away to so I gotta drop some off for my son because it's Spirit Week.
Come on, we got Spirit. Yes, we do.
Oh wait, no, St. Louis, I'm not coming for you because I'm waiting for my future partner. I'm sorry. Woo! I almost slipped into that old behavior. Sorry.
Okay, we got Spirit. Yes, we do. We got Spirit. How about you?
That's it.
Well, all right. Well, thank y'all for joining us. We had already gave our sign off, and the girls had stayed on longer and stuff. But all right, y'all. Peace out there in the Facebook and YouTube land. Bye-bye.
Bye.